Hey YouTubers, Marko with Marko Custom Models. Today I want to just talk about some scratch building that I've done, and this is on a big scale. It's 25th scale, but it's a big truck. What I'm building here is an oil field deck truck, and I just want to show you some of the techniques I used in fabricating a lot of this is scratch built. So I want to show you what I got here. This chassis. Didn't actually measure it to give you an exact length of what it is right now. It's fairly long. It is a piece of styrene that was purchased that is comes in a rectangle tubing and then cut through a bandsaw to make C-channel. And then each cross member in here was drilled, and then I made a jig out of wood to insert everything into and then glue it together. So I built the chassis that way. The fuel tank holders are from a model kit. I think it was an artillery truck, and the fuel tanks will be these big tubes, styrene tubes, and I got to make caps for the ends. So let's assemble this thing. What started this truck, the whole idea of this truck was these monster trucks that were made by AMT. They came with these monster truck wheels, but they had these huge planetary style drives in the middle, and they looked a little off. You don't see monster trucks built that way, and I had a couple of these trucks and the wheels just didn't look right to me, but it looked like something you'd see on some oil field equipment. So I wanted to build a big oil field truck. So let's another thing I want to talk about, these leaf springs here. These are 3D printed on a 3D printer, done with made out of powder, and a buddy of mine makes these up. He actually gets them printed off, and then he builds them. He has them set up so you can do big trucks and chassis like that. So I got them off of him. So anyway, I made these articulate the suspension. I got these pins I made out of styrene tubes, and they just push in. Oh, I missed. I got one, two. This is the front. They got the steering pods on the outside of the axle. I still have to build the differential details, drive shafts, transfer case, but I want to show you what I got so far. Rear axle. Okay, so we get the pin in there. You can see what's going on here. So the suspension on this will actually go over top of things. Not that you need to do that with a model kit, but anyway, make it work. So the engine is, I used an international paystar cab. I think it's a paystar. And it's the, it sort of came as a cement truck. And so it's a very industrial looking truck. I just glued the rad shell onto the hood in there, and I cut the side panels out so you'll see the engine through the side panel. So I didn't see a reason to have to have the hood come off or anything like that. And but the engine will fit in here. I just have to actually modify the chassis a little bit, give it some width, but I can get this in here to show you what that'll look like. And then the cab fits on like that. Excuse me, I'm just going to adjust the camera so you can see this. So there's the cab, the chassis, and the wheels. So I just have to, and the fuel tanks will go here. So I just have to build the deck. It's going to have a long boom on it for lifting you know, skids, things like that out of the oil field, and it's gonna, I'm just thinking about putting like a skid shack on the back of it. So yeah, that's the truck, and hope you enjoy. If you like, please subscribe. Have a great day.